All right, hey you guys. So I'm just going to go over how to create a functional lid. So depending on what your project is, there are quite a few different options to create a lid. But basically the main thing is that you do not want to just have a flat slab that sits on top of a piece with nothing to hook on, because if you just have a flat slab, it would just slide side to side. So basically, the main concept is that we need to add what is called a flange, and there's quite a few different methods of creating this. The most basic of different methods is generally, again, something that would be flat, something like this, a flat piece, but with an added flange. So for something that's round, it's almost like you're adding a foot that would be on the bottom, that would then fit inside of your jar and hook on, so then it doesn't slide side to side. Okay, so there's quite a few different ways of doing that. It could be a round circle. It could be maybe 3 or 4 different little pieces that hook on. But basically, you just want to make sure it's not going to slide right off of your project. But several different variations you can see for different lids, either having the hook go inside, so having it be inside, so it's attached to the lid and have the hook inside, or you could actually have the hook on the actual pot. So like something like this. So it's up to you. So a couple other examples. We've got a little teapot here. So this is kind of a combination of both, where the pot itself actually kind of scoops up and then creates that little lid so that it doesn't slide back and forth, but then also the lid itself has that little ring around. So it's kind of a double. Alrighty, and then just for some other tips, if you're going to add a handle onto your lid, so something that you could grab instead of just using, your fingers to grab the sides, just keep in mind that you don't want it to be a large solid piece of clay. So either something small that would still be about 1/2 of an inch thickness or less, so it wouldn't explode in the kiln. Or if you are doing something a little bit larger, you would want to hollow it out from underneath. So you can see this one is actually hollowed out, goes up, so you can just simply go right through the bottom, use your loop tool, scoop, 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 and have it hollowed out, so it's not just a solid thick piece of clay that's added onto your project. Okay, but this is again another option where it's on the lid and it pops in, and then it would fit inside of the teapot, so it doesn't. So if it slides back and forth, it'll eventually catch and it'll fit snug inside. Okay, but so like I said, quite a few different options depending on what you want. You can just look at all the different shapes. I'll have these images posted on Google Classroom as well, so you can just simply refer to those images, but whichever one you want. So you can either have the lid fold down and hook that way. You can add on a foot so it hooks inside. You could add the flange onto your actual pot and make a little kind of squared corner for your flat lid to sit inside and hook into, or even like a double. Okay, so quite a few different options. If you have questions about making any of these styles, feel free to message me and I'm happy to walk you through it. But otherwise, have fun and good luck.